That
I mean, hey everybody, welcome back to the Spin Rack. I'm here with my boys, Petey and Cal. Cal, say what's up. Petey, say what's up.
what's going on?
Hey, you ready to rock?
Hey, so another article has come out, and we are talking. This is from Bleeding Cool. They're talking about how Thomas Wayne's life differed absolutely, one completely from the one of Thomas Wayne in Absolute Batman. As you know, this is a new hot series, the number one series of last year. Already kicking off the bat is the number one series of this year so far. With a whole different, how can I say, a blue collar Batman, bulky, big, total different take, but he's still there trying to do the right thing. So one thing we're talking about here, Scott Snyder has decided that his father, um, Thomas Wayne, is a blue collar guy, not a blue collar guy, I guess a white collar, because he's a teacher, as opposed to being a surgeon. He wanted to be a surgeon at one point, but was never able to do it. What do you guys think that this helps to impact or take away from the whole Batman mythos? I pass this on to our boy Petey. Petey, think very carefully on what you got to say. Keep it to 10 words or less.
I'm kind of surprised that after three issues, it isn't the same artist. So they got it's almost a fill-in in this new sort of series, but it sounds like they're trying to add a bunch of stuff. And no, actually they talk about some stuff that's going on in the regular series, but that doesn't. We don't need to get into that. But they're going for. I think Howard Chaykin did the working class Batman in one of his elsewhere stories. So we got a pseudo working class Batman, which I guess would kind of be like a D man from Marvel, but they don't. He's got all these gadgets in here, so it's like I don't know. It's just another origin. It's an Elseworld thing. It's being successful. I can't really say too much about it. What is it going to be? Hint that he could have been a surgeon in another life, but that now he's I don't know. And obviously seemingly a more working class thing. 'Cause I guess he's trying to. He's still very helpful to people, being a teacher, that sort of thing, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm just more surprised that they switched art and they have a fill-in artist already. So that's what I got.
So,
Oh,
I mean, Cal,
on somebody TV on.
Cal, how do you feel about this whole retconning of Batman?
What do you mean? Absolute that for absolute Batman?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, do you think this is definitely puts it in the
It's
whole
not a
world realm of like this will
it's
never
not
be canon
a
again,
retcon.
not real canon at all?
It's not a retcon. It's an alternate, it's an alternate universe, so it's not really a retcon. So that doesn't really factor in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, is this something that you think is going to be popular?
Well, it already is. So I'm like, what do we say to that? I mean, I already said that DC was putting all their eggs in one basket when it came to the absolute universe, and it was obvious that it was with absolute Batman. Big hit coming out the gate. I don't know how long it's sustainable, but hey, big hit coming out the gate, selling, copies sold like hotcakes. I made good money. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So the readers, see, I don't know how much change you can actually say they did with the character. With the exception of a lot of cosmetic changes, the fundamentals are still pretty much there. So for me, it's not a big change. Still Batman, still Gotham City, still this Avenger of the Night, urban creature, blah blah blah. Supposedly more working man stuff, but he's got to have some money somewhere because he's still got gadgets. He's still got gadgets. So there's some
Yeah.
money somewhere. He must have won the lottery or something. He's hiding some money somewhere in the sock. So there's some cosmetic changes. Yeah, he's bigger. More muscular, but they're trying to lean heavier into the Dark Knight stuff. The cape does some different things, but hey, that's just another thing coming out of utility build. It's not a lot of. It's not a lot of. There's. I would say there's almost no fundamental change. The major characters who need to be there are still there. So this is just okay. Batman. You like lemonade? We'll put a little strawberry flavoring in it. You don't like that? Or we'll try lemonade iced tea, that type of stuff. So they hedge their bet, okay? And DC has said for a long time that the only character that we have that we can sell and is also popular as Batman. So there you go. So, you know, it's working for them and the people like it. I don't consider these changes per se because, you know, the character is pretty much the same. You just have, you know, some cosmetic dressing, but aside of that, it's pretty much the same character. Still Bruce Wayne.
Well, I would
Right. So,
say,
I mean,
looking at this panel here, maybe he's not Bruce Wayne because we have this
Uh-oh.
where he's talking to him about. It says, "So it just became what I wanted to do: heart surgeon. Heart surgeon. I was about to apply to med schools, and we got pregnant with you, and well, that changed things." So then Bruce Wayne said, "So this is a guilt trip," and I was like, shock wave. I'm thinking of Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne having the father son moment. It should be like, what is this? What is this angst that he got with his dad? His dad is going for low, so he's like, I don't get it. This panel. This panel is really off to me. Like,
Oh, that's perfect. That's what is it? That's just we're gonna do Dark Knight Returns, turn it up like, you know, 5 or 6. So instead of him waiting to become an a-hole when he's 55, we're just gonna start it when he's a kid. That's all.
because I
so
think
look,
I don't know. If you think about, I've been in a situation where my father talked to me about what he was doing and going to school and this, that, and the other, and it's like, okay, I got some tidbits on his life. Not you trying to guilt me, saying that I couldn't get my future because I had a kid or this, that, and the other. It's like, come on, man. What kid thinks that?
That's what they want. They don't want Batman to have ever been a kid. He was never, he was never precocious or childlike. Get no child. No, this guy was ready to jump into his suit from the time he was 8, and you can't fool him. He was 6 steps ahead. Batman was 12 steps ahead when he was in the womb. You know, so again, these are the things that they want from the character, and they're just giving it to him in spades.
I'm not even going to bite that thing. But, you know, if you click to the next article regarding this in Screen Rant, it helps us tell us that something that's really, I mean,
Screen Rant. Why do we keep giving these guys oxygen, man? They suck.
listen to the problem. Here's the problem you guys fail to understand. One of the key premises of Batman, and this is usually through almost all variations of the Batman comics, is that his parents die, right? And this is one of the motivations that pushes him to become one of the greatest superheroes in DC and Marvel lore, okay? And because if you take that away, you basically take away one of the essence, the driving thing that pushes him forward. So in this version, you have his father's a teacher, and his father, you know, is I guess there's an outing, and as opposed to his mother being out there, the father saves the kid. He pushes them into, it says, a bat enclosure, and he ends up getting killed the father, right? Which is a big bad thing, of course, for any child to have to endure. But his mother is still there, you know, whereas opposed to having a Pennyworth, and we see Pennyworth also, I think he was in episode 2, a Pennyworth there as his butler and being the one who had to raise him, and he has no parents. His mother still is there. She's a single parent. She continues to raise him. They have a good relationship, right? I think that's Martha right there. But
are you saying that you're okay with this, or what's going on? You saying
miss
the
the essence
or they did the right thing?
You miss the essence of Batman. Batman has to suffer and has to suffer greatly, and it has to be a complete suffering, which drives him throughout his whole life to do the right thing. Okay, I mean, it's almost like if you had the same thing with Superman, and Superman lost both of his parents as soon as he came to Earth, and now yes, he's being helped and sheltered by someone, but he still has that he has to do the right thing. That's Batman. You know, you can't take away goodness. You can't take away someone in all his different versions of him. You know, this is just huge. I don't know. For me, it shoots
So
me.
you don't like it. That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to say you don't like
I'm more shocked by it. I'm just trying to get over it. And Cal once again wants to undercut it by saying, "Hey, we're giving oxygen to this. We're giving." It's like saying Superman wears a pink cape. That's what it's
Why are
basically
you
like.
trying to do? Why are you trying to throw Superman into this?
Because just to make him understand, he has to hurt like we hurt. You know, he has to hurt like we hurt. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God! All right,
Where's the motivation? Where's the motivation?
His father died.
Get your information. I didn't tell you to get your information from Screen Rant. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, hey, this is your character, not mine. So deal with it.
Um,
They just came out and had a trailer that is the highest viewed DC movie trailer of all time, surpassing any trailer for any
here
character,
we go. See, here we go.
including the Batman.
Here we
Okay,
go.
so
Did it beat Pushpa? Did it beat Pushpa too? Huh?
I'm talking about DC. You know, you can keep your Pushpa or your Chupa Chep, whatever it is that you like.
By the way, that trailer is off the hook. The Pushpa 2 Indian trailer. It's just
I don't
nuts.
know that one. Is that
But
something in the wheelhouse?
so Petey, what do you think? I mean, does this not hurt you too?
No, I mean, I didn't know what
Feel,
you.
don't think, feel. Don't
I didn't
think,
know
just
what
feel.
you were saying. You were saying that you had issue. That's fine. If you say you have issue with the fact that his, his mother's alive, so he has some emotional support through the death of his father. So that would mean kind of alleviate the Batman stuff. The idea is that
He's not an orphan, Petey. For God's
trying
sakes.
to finish what I'm saying. All right. And we're not going to the post crisis raised by his butler and the social worker. I'm not buying into. I'll never buy into that. That is ridiculous. At least DC some point at the line said maybe we should have some family took him in after this. Yeah, but at the same time,
There are
they
no
added
families.
into
He's
that
by himself.
he had no focus. So the idea is that he had no real focus. You know, he said since he was what was it 5 or whatever it is that he this war on crime, but he didn't have the focus. And then we see in obviously in year one they kind of showed it where he was trying to put it together, and he puts it together where the original story he just needs the last bit to the puzzle, which is the bat flying in. The more dramatic version is of course year one. So here.
Yeah, Year one made it mystical.
Mhm.
Like,
So
yeah,
here,
it looks like something he picked up from Dark Knight Returns. Sorry, I had to chime in on that. I always loved that part. Made it mystical instead of like where the original origin was just kind of happenstance. Like, oh wow, bat. Okay, cool. The other one was more like, yeah, this is your calling. You're destined for this.
mhm.
You're chosen.
Until he had
Chosen. Yes.
the father put
Thank you for that, Cal.
the father put a thing of a big cave. He bought the house to be over the cave. I'm just like stop it. You went too far, Frank. You're good with the dramatic bad coming in. Like, no, I can add more. I can do a lot more. But ultimately, that is a question to have. That what would drive him to be Batman when you have, like Batman in the same
Thank you.
sense
Thank you.
of what
Thank
we
you.
have. That's the
Thank
thing.
you.
But at the same time, it is a alternate universe, and it is what Scott Snyder says it is. So Scott Snyder says it is. So he wanted the mother to be there. He wanted the bad dialogue between father and son. So you'd have I'm not respecting my father, then he gets killed, and of course now he respects his father. Like, come on, this is the oldest trick in the book. Right.
I'm just saying Batman stands apart. That's how he is. Okay? The question is he Wayne?
All right.
Is he Bruce Wayne or is he Batman?
I'm not doing that
we-
either. I'm not doing that either. I like the Bruce Wayne that was friends with Commissioner Gordon, went on dates with women. Not, hey, I went out for a little while, then I drove home. But the way the people reported it was that I stayed with her all night, but I was actually being Batman. I was like, I don't need all of that.
Oh, you new stuff where it's like I pay the women, so they say we went out all night. So
No. That's not it. He's a playboy. Okay?
He was
There-
until
He was macking, and then once he got done, he
Benny
moved
O'Neill
on.
decided that he
We're
just
not bringing
drives
down
him
Batman. We're
home.
not bringing down
Go
Batman.
drive you home, and then so paparazzi took a picture. Perfect. Now I can go be Batman again. I can go out there. I got proof that Bruce Wayne and me are not the same. You're spending too much time on that instead of saying, you know what, I'm just gonna go out and fight crime whenever I want to. I mean, I get it. The cool thing of him saying never in the day, but at the same time, if it came up, he would fight in the day. It's like, don't go into Grant Morrison. It looks like the costume looks terrible. Just have him do his thing. But here, I hear your point. I just think at the same time, he wants to have something different, and it's hard to get to what you're saying because he does have some emotional support from his mother being there, and the both of them going there. So it kind of be like, what are you doing? You turned into like a pro wrestling Batman character. I don't know what this is, but maybe I don't think you should do it. Maybe we'll see that story coming up. But
Okay, I'll take your agreement in
This is
the
going
light.
invincible territory. I'm sorry. This is going into the invincible territory.
No, it's not.
Without the father being the bad guy.
Yeah, you know.
The
Of
mother,
course, there
Batman.
can be no Court of Owls in this world without his father and mother. Now, I mean, there could be one, but without the Canes and
Is he
the
even a
Waynes.
detective in this one? I thought he was more like he's in a derby, like he's in a roller derby Batman.
No, he was
Like pro
I don't
wrestling or
remember.
roller derby. It don't feel like, I know they're just saying cool Frank Miller, but it really feels kind of like a roller derby.
So, good thing. I'm glad. Great minds are in agreement. Thank goodness this time. So, what do you guys feel about this whole change in the Batman ethos? Does it make a difference that he is not, that his mother's still alive, that it's only his father died? I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether or not they're working class or rich. The point of the matter is that his mother's still there to support him. Okay? Does that change who Batman is? So, hey, if you have a chance, please write in the comments, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment. All right, Spinnerack.
Out.
We are out.